going to actually go through the Hill District areas, and the reason they call it the Hill District is all the suburbs that's been built are basically on top of the hills. So if you're looking up from one hill